In my experience, very few people are strong interviewers right out of the gate. And it's a task that often ranks relatively low on the list of things most enjoyed by restaurant hiring managers and recruiters. Even the most outgoing personalities struggle to hit their stride when it comes to this. But being able to identify the right talent for your restaurants and your company is a critical part of having success. And guess what? It's never too late to improve. With some desire and determination and a little bit of practice, it's an art form that most can fully cultivate. So I am going to share 11 steps that will help you become a more confident and effective interviewer. And my show was only 5 minutes long, so I'm going to break this important topic into 3 parts. On today's show, I'm going to share the first 4 steps, and on part 2, I will share 3 more, and then on part 3, I will share the remaining 4. So on today's show, part 1 of this little series, here are the first 4 steps to becoming a better interviewer. Step number 1, gather your documents. At all costs, avoid walking into an interview completely unprepared and attempting to just wing it. Just as you expect professionalism from candidates, they are looking to you to extend that same courtesy to them. Make sure you understand and can clearly explain what are the job responsibilities, what specific skill sets you are seeking in candidates, what is the position's anticipated schedule or hours, what are the benefits and perks of working for your company, what is the company's vision and mission and purpose and overall culture. It's a good idea to take a printed copy of the job description to give to each candidate as a copy for them to take with them, and also have a copy of the resume or application for you to reference. Step number 2, cue your questions. While many of the questions you ask prospective employees will be standardized across all positions, there should be a handful of questions unique to each job. Ideally, management has already worked together to establish these lists. If not, you will need to begin there. These approved interviewing screening forms will help jumpstart your efforts. Once your lists are finalized for each position, for the most part, you can simply grab the questionnaire and be good to go. Do keep in mind that for each position, you should ask the same questions to the candidates. Being consistent in your questioning gives you the best odds of creating a true apples to apples comparison of each position's candidates. In some instances, you may need to revise and or add questions depending on the position's needs or desired qualifications. Allow some time to make any necessary revisions in advance of the interview. If there has been a unique problem your employees have encountered, make sure your questions address this. Explain the issue and ask the candidate how they would prevent or resolve it. Avoid asking questions that stray into illegal territory, and review candidates on LinkedIn to potentially learn a little bit more about them beyond what maybe you're learning on the resume. Step number 3, dial in your mindset and your expectations. You want to be in the right headspace to fully engage with prospective employees. Rushing in frazzled or mentally checked out won't leave a great first impression. And regardless of whether the candidate ends up being a good fit for the position, it's important to show up as your best self and representation of the company each and every time. Arriving prepared and focused shows you respect the candidate and their time. 5 to 10 minutes before the interview, find a private spot, silence your phone and close your emails and your laptop. Take a few deep breaths and review the candidate's resume and job-specific questions as well as their online profiles. Think about how you will greet the candidate and ways to break the ice and the tension. Pinpoint what makes you feel that this person could be a good fit for the position and any concerns that you may have, and then make sure your line of questioning will encompass those topics. Step number 4, choose location carefully. Just like real estate, location matters. You want to select a spot for the interview that meets certain criteria. Opt for a location that offers some privacy, ideally a room with a door that can be closed and that no one will need to access when it's in use. The meeting space should be quiet, well lit, and comfortable. At a minimum, the room should be furnished with a table and chairs or some other seating arrangement that allows you to sit opposite of the candidate.